I want to tell my story, or rather, there are 3 of them, and they all happened to me in the Holy Land, in Israel. I will not name names, because people who are somehow connected with this story are quite well known and recognizable in Israel, and their faces can often be seen on Channel 9 of local television. In 2005, fate threw me to Israel. After my divorce from my husband, left with 2 children, 16, 5 and 15 years old, I had to think how to raise them myself, give them higher education, etc. At that time they just started issuing work visas to Israel, and I decided, not having any experience of life abroad, especially in such a specific country, safely sitting in the office as an accountant from 8 to 17 hours, not leaving my beloved children for more than a few days, I gave a pile of papers for visa processing and began to wait. Weeks went by. There was no news from the embassy. Insomnia overcame me. I thought about whether my mother would cope with my children, how I would be without them for so long, what was waiting for me in a foreign country. On one of these sleepless nights, around 3 o'clock in the morning, realizing that I would not be able to sleep, I turned on the TV. Switching channels with the remote control and not stopping at any of them, I suddenly caught on the word, Israel. It was the RTVI channel. There was a program called, Yehad, about a very famous composer in Israel. I won't name names. I remember how skeptical I was about the word, famous, because I considered myself an erudite person, and the person they were talking about on the screen was not familiar to me either by name or visually. I wanted to include him, but the operator, shooting, brought the camera closer, and on the wall, behind the man talking about his life, creativity, family, I saw a large number of photos, his, with all the famous performers of Russia and the CIS. There were very famous artists in the photos, a lot of portraits. I became interested, and I watched the program, half an hour, till the end. I learned everything about this man, where he was born, where he studied, where he taught, in what year he left with his family to live in Israel, what works he wrote and to whom he wrote songs. In addition, he opened a small art restaurant in Israel, where a friendly team works. All of them are young, ambitious, funny and beautiful. They were all featured in this program, and I got to know the restaurant and the team in detail. In the morning, full of impressions, I told my friends about what I had seen. I got a lot of good impressions and the country didn't seem so unfamiliar to me anymore. A month passed. I got a call and was told that the documents were ready and in 3 days I could leave. I am leaving out all the details and here I am in Israel. My job was that I helped an elderly woman in everyday life, cooked, cleaned, gave medicines, took her out for walks, etc. In the evening I received a call from Anna, a girl representing a foreign labor recruitment firm, who scheduled a meeting with my future employer, the son of my old lady, at 8 p.m. at his restaurant near the hotel where I was staying, and kindly agreed to accompany me. At 8 p.m., accompanied by Anya, I entered the restaurant owner's small office. Everything was somehow familiar. The owner's face, the interior. I looked at the walls and I was shocked. I recognized the character of the show I was watching at home. The same photos with the artists, the same high office chair, in which sat the same man, swaying left and right. There are coincidences, you'll say. I thought so too. After 5 months, I told my grandmother's son that I had seen him, the restaurant, pictures of his family, heard his entire biography at home. The mystical thing is that no one remembers such a program. All recordings of programs featuring, well, let's call Boris a composer, for example, he lovingly keeps at home. Like all creative people, he's a bit vain. No such recording exists. No one remembers this program, neither in the family, nor in the restaurant staff, no one. Moreover, a program with that name exists. And to this day I remember it in great detail. I remember recognizing the round paired lanterns on the embankment, as in that program, the color of the walls in the interior, the faces of people, the voice of the girl host. And where did I get the name of the program, Yehad, together? At that time I didn't know a single word of Hebrew. This is the first story. If readers are interested, I will tell 2 more. I'd really like to know what people think about it. Once again I didn't sleep, I didn't dream, there are too many details to tell.